Hey there, marketers. You're listening to the Son of a Pitch podcast, where modern marketing strategy gets broken down into clear, practical ideas you can actually use. I'm your host, Kenneth, and today we're closing out this series by talking about how to turn content into clients, how marketing actually leads to revenue. This episode is brought to you by Pitch Cloud, the creative studio helping brands communicate with clarity through strategy, video, and design. You can learn more at pitchcloudmanagement.com. Let's get into it. Many marketers feel stuck in the same place. They're creating content consistently, getting engagement, seeing views and likes, and building awareness. But then comes the uncomfortable question: why isn't this turning into business? That gap between content and clients is where frustration lives. And the mistake many people make is assuming they need more content, better hooks, more platforms, or more automation. In reality, most marketing doesn't fail because there isn't enough content. It fails because the content doesn't clearly lead anywhere. Content is not the same thing as conversion. Content creates familiarity, trust, authority, and attention. But conversion requires direction. Without direction, people consume, they nod along, they agree, and then they move on. This is why some brands feel popular, but not profitable. They've built attention, but not a path. Marketing turns into revenue when content builds trust, clarifies the problem, and makes the next step obvious. Miss one of those, and the pipeline breaks. Here's the bridge most brands need, and it's simpler than it sounds. Between content and clients, there must be one clear transition point. Not 10 CTAs, not constant selling, one clear invitation. This invitation might be: learn more, watch this next, join the list, start here, book a call. What matters is that it feels natural, matches the stage of trust, and doesn't rush the relationship. You don't turn content into clients by pushing harder. You do it by guiding better. You see content turning into clients when brands repeat their positioning clearly. People understand who you help and how. When they educate publicly and sell privately, most selling happens after trust is built. And when they use soft CTAs consistently, not aggressively, but always present. Oh, and one bonus one: when they answer objections before asking for action. This reduces resistance naturally. The pattern is always the same: clarity, familiarity, confidence, then action. And the brands that win are the ones who respect that order. Here's a simple test you can apply to your marketing right now. Ask: if someone followed us for 30 days, would they know what we sell? Would they know who it's for? Would they know how to take the next step? And would taking the next step feel safe and logical? If the answer to any of those is no, revenue will stay inconsistent, no matter how good the content is. If there's one thing to remember from this episode and the series, it's this: marketing doesn't turn into revenue through volume. It turns into revenue through clarity and direction. People don't need to be convinced. They need to be guided. That wraps up today's episode of Son of a Pitch and closes out this series on clarity, content, and conversion. If this series helped you rethink how marketing actually works, share it with someone who's creating a lot but not seeing results yet. For more strategy and creative support, visit pitchcloudmanagement.com. Make sure that you've subscribed, you like, and you share this content so that when new content arrives, you'll be the first to know. Take care, marketers. We'll see you next time.